I want to bring in NBC's Melanie Zanona covering Capitol Hill. Rena Shaw is a former senior Republican congressional advisor, as well as principal and founder of Relax Strategies. And Megan Hayes is former special assistant to President Biden and former director of message planning. Good to have all of you here. Rena, whether it's the immigration crackdown, tariff policies, or his America First foreign policy, the president's justification for what he's been doing has typically been, well, that's what the American people voted for. Does this polling in some ways undermine that argument?
I think the polling that we're seeing shows not only that great disconnect that so many of us have been sensing for a while that Americans feel from this town, but what it really reflects is it's the polarization that could really sink the GOP here. Because what that polarization does is it peaks. You see trust plummeting. And I think, again, the Republicans have for a while been the great beneficiaries when it comes to how they handle messaging to the American people on crime, public safety, the economy. But the poll is also showing here that Republicans are losing trust in those issues as well, particularly on economy, where we saw a 7 to 8 point difference in how basically Republicans are doing on messaging on the economy. So if that doesn't wake up the Trump administration, I don't really know what will, because what that says to me is that Americans want more than just lazy rhetoric that a lot of people in Congress have been using for some time. Also, going a step further in what we're seeing on this poll is that the American dream is fading, even though there's great talk about how diversity has been our strength from the previous administration. We know that diversity is dividing people. In this poll, in particular, we saw only 54% of people now believe that hard work guarantees success. That's down from 67% in 2016. And that's also while 45% of Republicans view growing diversity as a cultural threat. So like I said, the rhetoric from this town needs to change. That poll is showing it. I'm not sure the Trump administration can walk out of how they've been doing things for the next 6 months. They need a real wake-up call.